personally, but what if no breakthrough happens, or it doesn't, seemingly like there's no breakthrough in the 2 to 3 hours that you've set aside, and you've been doing testing and it still seems like that person's stuck? How do you leave the session, and then like, do you tell them, okay, next time let's just, I don't know, really know what to do? And I would be nervous because I would be like, they're not going to want to do another session like this with me. They're gonna be like, this shit doesn't work, right? So I'm just curious, how would you approach that if that were to ever happen?
That is such a good question. Okay, so my answer, I want to go backwards from where I am right now to back to where you are right now. So right now in 2024, I literally have 100% success in one session. And like that, I'm telling you that not to brag, but because my mind is just as blown as yours. Like, how is that possible that I now have it down to an art of 2 hours? And of course, that's what we all want, is to just have this like killer, surefire confidence, right? So, okay, that's the future plan. And I'm not saying I'm always 100%. I'm not saying that everybody always gets everything they want. Like, let's not be exaggerating. But I will say, everyone who's come with a symptom at the end of the first 2 hours is like, that's weird. It really seems to be gone. Now, I'm coming up right now on my 3rd anniversary of ACH in April. Okay. So that's only 2.5 years so far. Where you are right now is like where I was 2.5 years ago. And that was not the case. I definitely didn't come to sessions thinking it was a one-time deal at all. Like, zero amount of that. Totally didn't expect that. I was selling a 6-pack back then, even of ACH, which is ridiculous because ACH is way too fast for a 6-pack. So that made no sense at all. But long story short is, sure enough, as I got 6 successes, 12, 15, 20, 40, then I got to 100. Then I started to see, okay, I'm 4 sessions and it really is too cheap at $9.99, which is where it started because I couldn't make money on that. So then it started to be like 4 for 1,500, and then I couldn't make money on that. 4 on 1,750, 4 on 2,000 is where I ended 2023. Now it's 3 for 2,500. And how did I like figure all that out? It was just in the weeds, like literally one session at a time, improving the skill, getting better and better and better and better until now, like I said, is going pretty awesome. So the answer is continue. Like, don't worry about that. It's totally fine for it not to happen, and that we're not like magicians. I mean, it's a skill that you're working on. You're working on developing a skill. Okay, so now about the clients though. What are we going to tell the clients? The discovery call is so important in hypnosis. You cannot, yes, Jody is a veteran and she's agreeing with me. You cannot underscore that any more than I am trying to do right now, because whatever you say then is what will transpire if you give the service that you're supposed to be giving. So, meaning, if I tell them, I don't know how long it's going to take, maybe it'll be 3, maybe 4, then I guarantee you won't get a breakthrough on the first try because they've already been primed to know that that's not really what you're good at. So, the way you set up expectations on that discovery call has a huge impact on what the client believes is possible for them, but also for you as a professional. It's just like going to the dentist. If the dentist tells you, okay, I'll do your crown in 2 hours for $1,500, that's what you expect to happen when you go. You don't expect them to be like, oh, actually, it's only going to take 45 minutes and be $1,000. You'd be like, what? That's bullshit, right? Like, it's the product that you said, and now I come and get the product that you said. So the only way to know what the product that you said amounts to is to practice and figure out what that actually is. So at the start, you under promise because you need to leave yourself some buffer. So you say 3 sessions or less. Then they don't get it on the first session. You're like, excellent job processing. Have a great time. It's going to feel great. You might feel up and down. You might feel this or that, which is exactly what you want. You do want them to feel this or that. And then I'll see you at your next visit. Let me know if you need anything in the meantime. It doesn't mean you failed. It just means you need more time.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So was that the answer you wanted?
That's perfect. Yep, absolutely.